All right, this your brother Aisha Yar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, That Was a Long Time Ago, Get Over It, They Say. That was a long time ago. Get over it, they say. All right. Now I got aspires to do this lesson because of this video that was uploaded by Endure These Last Days 4. All right. And he uploaded this video and he entitled it, That Was a Long Time Ago. Get Over It, they say. And pretty much within this video, you're going to hear this lady right here who looks like an Edomite. She may be she may be an Israelite. You never know. But she goes into how we can't just forget the things that happened to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You just can't forget about slavery. All right. She was like, people need to acknowledge the history that has happened and stop pushing it to the side as if these things never happened. Then she goes into how some of the people that were alive during those times are still here today. She said her grandfather and her great grandfather, I believe, are still here, and she remembers them talking about all of the situations that was going on as far as them breeding dogs so then they can train them to attack Negroes and so forth and so on. And it was somebody else, it was another brother that brought this out a while ago about how a lot of these people that were part of this racist movement are still here today. For instance, let's just say Joe Biden. All right, Joe Biden, I believe Joe Biden is about 81 years old. All right. So she mentions in this video that a lot of the things that happened to us didn't even end until 1985. All right. And Joe Biden is 81 years old. So there's a lot of people that's still here living today that actually grew up and participated in these atrocious times that we are bringing out right now. All right. And she goes into it, man. She brings out a lot of key points that a lot of people need to recognize. All right. And according to the scriptures, the Most High is not going to forget what happened to his children, because the Most High's chosen children are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So we're going to go ahead and play this video. All right. It's not going to be too long of a video. We're just going to play this and then we're going to grab a few scriptures. So let's get right into it.
I'm sick and tired of hearing people say that people of color just need to get over it already because it was so long ago. No, it wasn't. My father remembers his father raising hunting dogs that he would rent out on the weekend for hunting parties, only these weren't regular hunting parties. These big bubbas would set up these almost lemonade type stands during the week and sell these little cards for like, I don't know, a nickel, 25 cents. They were person of color hunting licenses. And everyone who bought one during the week, they would gather together on the weekend with all their trucks, and they would round up as many people of color in the surrounding areas as they could find, turn them loose in the woods, and set the dogs after them. There are people alive today whose family were hunted down in the woods by dogs, and they raised their children to have a well-earned distrust of white people and of police officers. Because I guarantee you, any of the police officers that weren't wearing the hoods were turning a blind eye. This town, Vidor, Texas, at one time, I believe was known as the most racist city in the United States. It was a sundown town. They had a billboard that said, person of color, don't let the sun set on your and anyone who was not white knew you don't drive through Vidor after dark. Even truckers would avoid that route if they weren't 100% certain that they could make it through before sundown, because God forbid they had a blowout or some sort of mechanical trouble in Vidor, Texas after dark, because they had citizens and police officers patrolling looking for them. If you were in Vidor, Texas after dark and you were not white, you probably wouldn't be seen again, or at least you wouldn't be seen in one piece. Hard for me to talk about. The library sold t-shirts with rifles across it that said, people of color, we're ready for you. The Klan marched down Main Street openly and with full support of the municipalities and the people until 1985. 1985.
All right. So you heard it. Salakia. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back to it.
I'm sick and tired of hearing people.
All right. So you heard it. You heard her say that a lot of these people that were participating in these events are still alive today because a lot of these things didn't stop until 1985. All right. And truthfully, a lot of these things are continuing even until today because brothers, including myself, brought out videos about sundown towns that still exist in 2023. It's just not pushed into the light as much because this world is crumbling and the truth about white people's horrific history is coming out left and right. And they don't want this truth to come out because that makes them ashamed, and that gets them to the point where the whole world is going to look at them as the evil people, which they are. All right. It's like you heard her say within the video, it's hard for her to talk about this because she, like I said, she may be one of them. Her bloodline may go back to those people who've been doing these things to the so-called minorities in this earth, man. And they don't want to be linked to it. They don't want to be a part of it. They don't want to acknowledge that their forefathers and their foremothers were very evil and wicked people. They want to separate themselves from it. But the thing is, they can't. That's why whenever you walk up to a certain nation and you may ask them, what makes you so great? What makes this nation so great? What makes that nation so great? People answer the question. You know, you think about black people. You think about their talent. You think about the inventions they made. You think about the music they brung out. You think about sports, so forth and so on, right? They're great people because we are. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are peculiar people, like the scriptures say. All right, you think about, Chinese or whatever. You think about karate. All right, their food, their culture, so forth and so on. But when it comes down to so-called white people, man, the only thing that they can think about is this. They are the culture vultures. They're the ones that steals everybody's identities. They're the ones that steals everybody's ideas, steals lands, kill, rape, rob, torture. That's what you think about when you think about them. You think about them in these suits, running all the businesses, putting people through welfare, food increasing in prices, poverty. Think about managers at Walmart or Sam's Club or whatever, Jewel, whatever grocery store, and how all of these organizations are not treating their employees well, and the face that pops up are them. When you ride down the street in a car, you see their faces on the billboards. When you think about lawyers, you see their faces. Top police officers, sheriffs, you envision their faces. And whenever you see their faces, you don't think about anything precious. You don't think about anything that's pleasant at all. You think about who they really are, which the scriptures call them the devil. All right. So yeah, they always say forget about it because they don't want people to remember how wicked, dangerous, and evil they really are. Because they're trying to portray themselves as these so-called angels, so-called good people. That's why they call themselves white, pure, innocent. All right. They're trying to make people forget who they are. But the thing is, that's never going to happen. Because like I said, the more and more we move into the future and the more and more we bring out this truth with prophecy, that's the more and more people are going to see who they actually are. All right. And this is why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is getting ready to get rid of them once and for all. That's why that doctrine that Bishop Nate came out with talking about Edomites are going to be released after their 1,000 years, and they're going to build up weapons and everything like that so they can fight against us after they've been enslaved for 1,000 years. That's some bullshit, man. I want to see what his breakdown is when you go to Obadiah. Obadiah clearly tells you that all of the Edomites are going to be rounded up and they're going to be burned. All of them. They're going to be rounded up in this big ass pit, and all of them are going to be burned to death. There won't be no such thing as Edomites anymore after the 1,000 years. All right. And that's a well That's great judgment right there, man. After all the things that they have done, not only to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but what they're doing to the whole world. They deserve that, man. They do not need to exist, and they won't. But before they get there, they have to get their punishment. All right? So let's go ahead and get into the scriptures, man. Let's start off with this. You got to bring this out. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 14. It says, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And the Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. All right? He requires which is past, meaning he requires judgment for what happened in the past time. Everything that they have done in the past, the Most High requires it. He's like, look, no, I will not forget about this. You came over here, you stole the land from the Native Americans, and then after that, you put the Negroes in slavery and built them up, so then they can build your kingdom. And then after they built this wicked kingdom, then you put us into these ghettos and these low life neighborhoods. You put all of the garbage food in front of us so we can die. You put all of the weapons and the guns and the drugs in the neighborhood so we can kill each other and sell these different drugs to each other so we can perish even quicker and commit genocide on each other every single day. You over here, you put hip hop on a pedestal as far as the wicked side is concerned by pushing nothing but guns, whores, drugs, drinking all damn day, getting high. That's what you push in front of our people, and that's what makes you. And you made that so strong to the point where our people can't look past anything but being a nigga. And so, yeah, the Most High requires everything that which is past, and that's just talking about America, man. We not even going into what you did before then. Every single kingdom where Edomite was in rulership, they were always wicked, man. They always did things that was just like, damn, wait. They really had it within themselves to commit these type of acts? Them having sex with their own siblings? Orgies everywhere? Sacrificing to these different guys, these different devils, man? Drinking blood? That's them. The true monsters of the earth. All right? Verse 16, it says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. They are the workers of iniquity. That's all they know, because that's how the Most High created them to be. He built them to be the wicked. They were built to do nothing but wrong. Literally, like Apostle Ramla said in one of his past videos, they were built to be destroyed. That's them. Verse 17, it said, I said in my heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. So the Most High is going to judge the righteous and the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's going to judge him for everything that he hath done in this earth. What I saw under the sun, the place of judgment, the earth. He's going to judge them for everything they have done here. All right. Let's get Jeremiah 43, because this goes right along with Revelation 13, which I'm going to get as well. We're going to get Jeremiah 43, verse 10. We're going to start at verse 10. It says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will send and take Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will set his throne upon these stones that I have hid, and he shall spread his royal pavilion over them. And when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt, and deliver such as for death to death, and such as for captivity to captivity, and such as for the sword to the sword. And I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captives, and he shall array himself with the land of Egypt as a shepherd putteth on his garment, and he shall go forth from thence in peace. All right. We all know, Salakia, we all know that America is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, and Rome. All right. So when you read scriptures like this, you can apply it to now. It says, and when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt and deliver such as for death to death. Esau's the number one cause of death. When you read Revelation, the 6th chapter, it tells you that he's the red horse. He has power with his sword. And what do you do with a sword? You bring death with it. All right. And such as for captivity to captivity, and such as for the sword to the sword. This is the same thing that you can read, like I said, in Revelation 13. So when you go to Revelation 13, all right, and of course, this scripture comes out a lot because this is the main scripture that a lot of people do not want to acknowledge, because when you bring this scripture out, it ties in with who they are in their history. Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear, meaning understand what this scripture is getting ready to say. Don't just hear it and read it and just throw it to the side. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Understand what this scripture is about to say. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Did not Edomites, so-called white people, put us in captivity? Yes, they did. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Did not they come over here and kill the Gadites with the sword and killed us with the sword as well? Yes, they did. What's a modern day sword today? The gun. Are they not gunning us down in the streets? Are sundown towns not still in existence to this day? We can't even, if you, like she said in the video, if you're a truck driver, you just trying to do your job and you realize you finna go across a sundown town and then your truck break down, that's it for you. The police is in on it. The police is in on it. The governors, the mayors, they're in on it, and they're gonna allow it to happen. So the modern day sword is the gun. They're killing us with their blessing every single day. And this is what we're waiting for. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, because everything that they have done to us, they have to go through. And this is the truth that they don't want to acknowledge. Because the thing is, this place is supposed to be a God-fearing country. When the president is sworn into office, he got to put his hand on the Bible, and swear that he'll be the best president that he can ever be and make sure that America goes in the right direction, right? They put their hand on the Bible because it's supposed to be a place that believes in what the scriptures say. But as soon as scriptures like this come out, then the Bible goes out the window. Because now you have no choice but to think about your history. You're like, damn, we did put them in captivity. The Bible says if we do that, then that means we're going to have to go through that too. They don't want that, man. Because they enjoy being in rulership. They enjoy having all the precious things of the earth. They love the gold, the silver, the brass, the diamonds, the rubies, the sapphires, the islands, the castles, the food. Not the food we eat. They don't eat things like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Chipotle, Red Lobster, so forth and so on. They don't eat shit like that, man. The rulers of this earth, the 13 banking families and the billionaires like Bill Gates and so forth and so on, they eat real food. They get chefs. They have professional chefs who go get their food fresh and make it for them. All right? They don't got to worry about getting sick or anything like that. Even Bill Gates stopped one of his children from eating a burger on camera from McDonald's. He's like, man, look, don't eat that. No, he's like, no, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Because they already know there's so many different ingredients in there that gets these people sick. Just like the video I just uploaded a few days ago of why black people love Chick-fil-A so much. Because I've seen it. You know, you go to Chick-fil-A, man. I remember DoorDashing, going to Chick-fil-A every single day. As soon as it's lunchtime, hit like 10 o'clock in the morning through like 1 o'clock or 2 in the afternoon, that line stays long and it never dies down, man. And that's every day. Every day. And I'm in a small town, man. You can only imagine what's in those in that food. All right, but anyway, let's get back on topic. This is what's getting ready to happen to them. And so they don't want to read things like this, and that's why when you see people like her say these type of things, just like the other video I uploaded about Thanksgiving, where a lady makes that dark comedy, those dark comedy videos. You know, that's another one. They say these things because they're just like, damn, man, look at what we have done to these people. And now we're over here living deliciously as if we don't deserve any type of punishment. But guess what? We just read that the Most High said he requires which is past, man. You're not going to get away from this. You are not going to get away from this, man. Let's get Revelation 18. All right, here we go. I'm like, come on, computer. This is Revelation chapter 18, We're going to start at verse 4. And it says, I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. This is speaking about the chariots. When the chariots show up, all right, he's going to beam up the elect, and they're going to come out of this world so they won't partake in the plagues, which is the nuclear destruction. But you can use this scripture as well to say, come out of her, my people, meaning come out of this world, because the her represents Babylon the great whore that's sitting upon many waters, all right? America. All right, so you're supposed to come out of this world so you won't be partakers of these sins that's going on every single day. Because why it says in verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai remembers everything that Esau Edom has done, or have done, I should say. All right, verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. So everything they have done to us, they're going to receive it 2 times worse. And the thing is, when you hear people like her say, man, this is very hard to speak about, all right, man, just imagine the things that we're going to do unto them. Let's get that real quick. See if I can find it. Meditate terror. Yeah, it appears. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. We got to bring that out, because that's the thing that hold on 1 second. So I won't get thrown off of my words. Yeah. Isaiah 33. Get Isaiah 33 and go to verse 18. Let's start at 16. It says, he shall dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Bread shall be given him, his water shall be sure. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty, they shall behold the land that is very far off. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counteth the towers? All right, when we receive those new bodies and we get that fierce spirit back, like Apostle Tahar said in one of his past videos that he just did about a week ago, when he was speaking about Bishop Nate. He was speaking about King David and how, you know, men back then were a different breed. They were, you know, strong men, because like the scriptures say, King David played with lions as if they were kids. All right, so we're gonna get those new bodies. We're gonna have 100% capacity with our brain. We're going to be able to have full access to it, and we're going to have the spiritual power. So we're going to be meditating terror. This is going to be one of the ways that these heathen nations, starting with Esau, are going to receive double, because the Most High is going to put his anger upon us. Let's read it one more time. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cups which she had filled to her double. So when you if you want to just pick a day out of the week and just sit down, just go through all of the history, look up all kind of videos on the things that they have done to the earth, and especially to the children of Israel. All right, and you just really just marinate and meditate on everything that they have done. Just think about all of those things happening to them as well, and even more. That's what's getting ready to happen to them. And that's why they're trying to push this truth to the side, because they're really trying to find a way out of this, man. They really trying to upset prophecy. But the thing is, there's no such thing as free will. And that's the beauty, man. Because if there was a such thing as free will, they'll be able to upset prophecy, and they could probably be in rulership forever. But the Most High is in control of everything, man. And he's going to make sure that prophecy comes to pass. And one of the things that's part of prophecy is them going into slavery for 1,000 years. And they're going to receive everything that's coming to them, man. Let's get one last scripture to close it out. One of my favorite scriptures to get, man. Ezekiel chapter 35. And we're going to go to verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. All right. Mount Seir represents Esau. All right. He has had a perpetual hatred toward the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And the Most High said he will prepare them unto blood. Because just like we just heard her say, they used to, like she says, they used to breed dogs and then have those dogs attack us in wherever we was at. Just cause, man. You go to these sundown towns. Man, it gets dark around like 4 or 5 o'clock now. People probably could be still at work and they gotta, drive the trucks or whatever, and they traveling through there. They get caught through there automatically. Blood is on their mind, man. They like, well, we told you. You saw what we wrote on the sign. No colored people after this time. Well, since you didn't want to listen, we finna kill you. That's their mindset, man. Point blank period. Get straight to the point. That's what it is. Oh, man. Well, you a person of color. Well, time to die. We told you not to come here. This is what they think about, man. They're on a mission every single day. They literally take time out to make sure that they have their eyes out for us. Let's think about that, man. That's a lot of energy that's being put out there for hatred. As soon as it get dark, before it even get dark, you over here in the crib getting ready. Got all the guns and everything, loading them up. Calling all the people, making sure they in the right spots. Because you already know they already got traps and everything too. They're not just saying that like, yeah, don't come through this town. They probably doing this shit on purpose so they can be like, okay, yeah, we finna trap this dude so we can catch him on purpose. And kill him. No matter what age, no matter what gender. Perpetual hatred, man. And this is why people like her are getting nervous, because they could be part of that, man, when this finally happens to them. Yeah, eyes wide open, man. Because when they see us in our true form, in the form that the Most High is getting ready to give us so we can execute this judgment, it's not going to be a game anymore. Sundown towns ain't going to be a thing like that no more, man. America going to be destroyed. And the rest of you all that look like this, guess what? They're going to be chained up. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery, whoever is still alive around that time, man. And this is what they're afraid of. And it's going to start with the elites, because the elites are not going to be nowhere near the destruction. That's where the spiritual power and the fun is going to start. Because Yahweh Shai is going to give out orders, man. He going to be, like the scriptures say, fishes are going to become hunters. We going to find them, man. And they know this. And this is why, you can't say certain things on these platforms. This is why videos are being taken down. This is why famine of the word is coming. Because they trying to stop this. They really are. They're working hard. But guess what, man? Like I said earlier, you can't do it. You can't do it. Only thing that you can do is just enjoy yourself, man. I remember Elder Malcolm in the video he did some years ago. He was out on the highways and the byways, and Elder Malcolm got that sense of humor on him. He got that straight to the point humor. That shit be funny as hell. He was just like, man, just go do all the drugs you want to do, have all the threesomes and orgies you want to do. The way he said it was funny as hell. It's like, yeah, man, go eat all the shrimp, man. Live it up, man. Live it up. He's like, go be Esau. Go be who you are. Because they love doing that type of stuff, man. He's saying, hey, man, go live it up, because there's only so much time before you can't do those things no more, man. All right. So, hey, like the title says, it said that was a long time ago. Get over it, they say. Nah, we ain't getting over it. We're going to keep remembering it, because the more and more we think about this, that's the more and more we're going to prepare ourselves so we can finally get our turn when Yahweh Shai gives us the order and the time to do so. All right. So this is what's getting ready to happen. So just hold on tight, man. This type of rulership is not going to exist forever. America is going down. And we got next, man. So just keep praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And we almost out of here. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstones I learned his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ra Tazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.